I would like to see Starbucks actually live up to what they claim they believe in. Like they call us partners, and it feels pretty shallow when they're not willing to see us on an equal level. I know the CEO recently said that we are ruining his life's work, and I think that his life's work depends on us not getting living wages. Then maybe it's good that it's not realized.
Shallow indeed. She's absolutely right. And that I was with the Starbucks workers in the greater Cleveland area, and they were standing out in very cold conditions. And what she said just summed the situation up quite nicely. So, and now more troubling are the developments taking shape as Schultz's reign of terror continues. Check out this headline from today. Outrage as Starbucks moves to close first unionized shop in its home city of Seattle. Starbucks and Howard Schultz believe they are above the law. They believe they can do whatever they want and get away with it, says Starbucks Workers United. This is unacceptable and will not stand. Many thanks to Jake Johnson of Common Dreams for writing this incredible story. Now, while Starbucks said in a statement that the planned closure is due to, quote, safety and security concerns, workers and union representatives characterized the decision as clearly retaliatory, given the Broadway East and Denny Way's status as the first organized shop in the city where Starbucks was founded and is currently headquartered. Starbucks employees first began their unionization efforts in December of 2021. Here's another headline. Starbucks workers at a Buffalo store unionized in a big symbolic win for labor. The coffee chain's executive sought to persuade workers to reject the union in an election campaign that began in late August. Workers at a second store voted not to unionize, and the result at a third outlet was unclear. Starbucks workers are really on the cutting edge of the 21st century unionist movement, and so glad to see them pushing. It is beyond unfortunate, Waz, that the owner of Starbucks is truly, truly anti-worker.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing here, Nina, is what you get in an economy that is so beholden to the idea of maximizing shareholder value. I think if this Starbucks were some mom and pop operation, the people who own the enterprise would be a lot closer in proximity and values and in community with their workers. It'd be like, all right, I might take a small hit to my own bottom line in order to provide for my workers. These people make the business possible. Let's make them whole. However, when it's just nameless, faceless, bloodless shareholders, and all they care about is maximizing their profits at the end of every quarter, there's no way they're gonna get silly things like livable wages and workers being able to send their kids to daycare, being able to work in safe environments, having the proper amount of staff on, not being overworked and underpaid. They're not gonna let those silly things get in the way of maximizing their quarterly profits. And I think that's what we're seeing here. When you see an extreme measure where it's like, it's not that Starbucks, who sells me $7 coffee, is not making money and tons of it. It's a matter of principle. We can't let our workers think they could ever interfere with our bottom line, no matter what is affecting them and their own lives on a daily basis.
No, that is it. You definitely hit the nail on the head. Those little silly things like being able to have a decent life. Let's not let any of that get in the way. And this next headline, Starbucks workers, as they were unionized, and they did fear retaliation. Starbucks workers have unionized at record speed. Many fear retaliation now. Now, Schultz has turned those fears into reality. The labor board finds Starbucks illegally retaliated against union organizers. And I gotta say, the National Labor Relations Board is doing a good job in pointing out that Starbucks is in the wrong here. We just need stronger enforcement. We need some force to let Schultz know that he will not get away with that. Hello, federal government. I'm talking to you. This next headline, Starbucks kept list of pro-union employees to punish, ex-manager says. And it's so good that the truth is coming out. You know, my maternal grandmother used to say that you can put truth in the river 5 days after lie, truth gon' catch up. And it is a beautiful thing that truth is catching up, and that Howard Schultz and the upper management of Starbucks, they are being exposed. David Almond, who used to manage several Starbucks stores in the Buffalo area, said in testimony under oath in August that he had been read a list of workers that the higher ups at Starbucks suspected were pro-union and told to comb through their records to find a non-union issue for reprimanding them. Managers would sift through the list together to find seemingly minor infractions, Almond said, such as wearing purple pants for which to punish workers or partners, as the company calls them. And this headline, Starbucks says employees getting new benefits, but not at stores that are unionizing. All of this is wrong. We understand that is wrong, Wise. I don't understand why the federal government is not coming barreling down on Howard Schultz.
Yeah, these are clear and obvious intimidation tactics. You don't have to be some expert in labor and management relations to see that this is just pure thuggery on their part. And again, I think traditionally, way back in the days when we drafted these laws, there was this idea that there would be some kind of good faith negotiation where the powers that be open their books and they'd be like, look, we're making $4 a month, to make overhead and this and this and that. It costs us $350, and we're gonna take home this, and this is what it's gonna be. There is none of that here. Like, they cannot justify not increasing the wages and benefits of these workers after posting record profits, not revenues, profits in the record books for this company and corporation. And so, of course, they resort to these dirty tricks and tactics because they don't have a leg to stand on.
That is so right. And I like how you characterize it as pure thuggery indeed. Now, these employees are just simply asking for what they deserve, as Waz laid out, safe work conditions, better pay, better work conditions. How about that? Is that them reaching too high, asking for too much? At Starbucks, unionized baristas want a boost to the current starting salary of $15 per hour, more staffing where it is needed, and more say over their schedule. They also want better benefits. I say give it to them, they deserve that. And it's not like the company cannot afford it. As we are in this discussion, we want you all to know that Starbucks is not being asked to do something that it is not able to do. It is not like the company is about to go belly up. They rolling in dough, baby. Let's put up these stats. Starbucks annual revenue for 2022 was $32 billion, okay? Over $32 billion, a 10.98% increase from 2021. We might as well say an 11% increase. Starbucks annual revenue in 2021 was almost $30 billion, a 23% increase from 2020. Now, Starbucks annual revenue went, took a little dip, 23.5 though was, is still not bad, an 11.28% decline from 2019. But as we can see, Starbucks is doing mighty fine. Underline it, bold it, exclamation point, and there really is no excuse for their partners. The partners that help them make the record profits should be treated in this way. And Schultz himself, well, you guessed it, he's a billionaire. The 68-year-old businessman and author is approximately worth $4 billion as per Forbes. The businessman made most of his billion-dollar fortune thanks to Starbucks. And so if he's making this fortune thanks to Starbucks, that means he's making this fortune thanks to the partners in the stores every single day. And he should want them to reap some of the benefits of the bounty that Starbucks has. This is pure unadulterated greed on display on so many levels. We are not confused. This is not hard. Howard Schultz is greedy, and he doesn't want to share any of the profits with the people who helped him make it. Now, if you want to support these brave baristas, visit Starbucks, visit SB Workers United on Twitter, and let's put that up so people can see how they can support them. Please support them and show them your love. They need your support, and you should write to Howard Schultz, tweet at him, Instagram, message in a bottle, whatever you need to do to let him know how disgusted you are with the way that he is treating the partners who help Starbucks make all the profits that they make, and they also helped him become a billionaire. Let's do that.